Hello, good afternoon. I'm Mai Davies. The news now from Meridian. The burnt body of a woman found at a Hampshire beauty spot has been identified as Angela Stewart. She was 25 and came from Wrecklesham in Surrey. A police investigation was launched after her body was discovered in a forest at Buckshorn Oak near Farnham. A visitor to Alice Holt Forest discovered the woman's body in a picnic area. It was covered with black bin bags. A Home Office pathologist examined the body at the scene and forensic experts searched the area throughout the night.
Immediate police operation at the moment really is at the scene to establish how the lady died, to check for all clues around the area, and then once we have an identity then we will go back to her home and take it from there.
Detectives say she'd been reported as missing from her home on Saturday. A man is helping police with their inquiries. Rail commuters are coming to terms with the biggest ever increase in fares. In some cases, they'll rise by 9%, almost 3 times the rate of inflation. Our own research reveals that increasing numbers of passengers are dissatisfied with services. As Mike Pearce now reports, fares are so high, many have abandoned the train for the commuter coach.
The fare rise almost 3 times the rate of inflation means 100,000 commuters in the region will have to pay up to £200 a year more to get to work. Our research shows that 67% of passengers are unhappy with British Rail. More than half travel on trains which arrive late, but surprisingly 79% thought their trains were clean. For many facing an annual season ticket costing £2,000, the coach has become a more viable alternative.
Very uncomfortable journeys, often very delayed once you were on a train.
Now you've recently started using the coach. What do you think the benefits are?
Very comfortable, 90% more reliable than British Rail, 50% less expensive than British Rail.
The journey may take longer, but for these commuters, British Rail have priced themselves out of the market. Mike Pearce for Meridian News.
Well, if you're not travelling by train or coach, year-long roadworks have begun on the M25 today, with the RAC warning motorists to expect some of the worst traffic chaos ever seen in Britain. Full restrictions will be in place by tomorrow morning between the junctions for the M4 and the M40. There'll be lane closures overnight, but police say 3 lanes will be open at peak times. The Hampshire aid worker murdered in Somalia will be remembered by staff and pupils at his former school. Sean Devereux was educated at the Silesian College in Farnborough. He'd been school captain and left 10 years ago. He went to work for the Salesians, an international religious order in Liberia, before moving on to Somalia, where he was killed on Saturday. The owner of a Winchester Subpost office has been held at gunpoint by a masked raider. Road checks were set up in the area around Alsford Road after the attack on Alan Higgs at 6:30 last night. The robber, who escaped with £90, wore a black ski mask and concealed his gun in a dustbin liner. 11 anti-hunt protesters arrived at Winchester Crown Court this morning expecting their case against the Hampshire Police Force to go ahead. They're suing the Chief Constable for alleged wrongful arrest and false imprisonment. But the police barrister applied for an adjournment, saying they were only aware of today's date last month. The offences are alleged to have happened at a meeting of the Isle of Wight foxhounds in March 1990. Police investigating a blaze which wrecked a row of historic shops in Marlborough on New Year's Eve are appealing for witnesses. They want to talk to revellers who were in the town centre and who might have seen something suspicious. More than 100 firemen fought the High Street blaze, which caused damage estimated at £1 million. The cause of the fire is still a mystery. The number of motorists caught for drink driving over the Christmas period is down across the region. The largest drop in positive breath tests is in the Thames Valley area. The figures over Christmas are also down in Hampshire, Wiltshire and Surrey. The Chief Constable of Wiltshire Police, Walter Girvan, says he's encouraged by the figures. He claims police are reaching the hardcore of drink drivers, but he warns against complacency, saying there are still too many people prepared to take risks. Hot air balloonists from around the world took part in a traditional festival which sets off every year from Savernake near Hungerford. The Icicle meet has become one of the country's most popular ballooning events. Hannah O'Sullivan took off with them.
8 o'clock on a frosty morning and the pilgrims flock to Warren Farm at Savernake near Hungerford. The frost and cold are ignored for one of the most important days in the ballooning calendar. Fog spoilt first day of the Icicle meet, but today conditions are perfect, a winter wonderland. Balloonists from the continent and even Australia join in.
It's nice because you meet friends just after Christmas and people come from all over the world to the Icicle, and I've flown a lot down in Berkshire in the very early days of ballooning, so it holds a lot of fond memories for me and some quite interesting memories, especially around this area.
Finally, half an hour and 5 miles later, it's touchdown.
Okay, you can get out.
Though even the veterans will be on a high hours afterwards. Hannah O'Sullivan near Savernake for Meridian News.
Sport now, and the Bracknell Bees ice hockey team stepped up their challenge in the Heineken League with an impressive victory over the Peterborough Pirates. Shelley Webb reports.
The Bees dominated the first quarter. Canadian Ross Lambert, back after a knee injury, opened the scoring. Greg Moore made it 2. But it was another Canadian, Darren Doc Durdle, who stole the honours, scoring 4 goals and taking the Man of the Match award. Jason Riley and storming Norman Pinnington bagged the Bees' other goals. And goalkeeper Gary Brine pulled off some fine saves, as well as taking some tumbles. Now, back to a full-strength squad, the Bees are hoping to start climbing the Heineken Premier Division. The final score, Bracknell Bees 8, Peterborough Pirates 4. Shelley Webb in Bracknell for Meridian News.
Football, and in the next round of the FA Cup, Reading will be away to Queen's Park Rangers or Swindon if they can overcome Manchester City in their third-round replay. If Oxford win their replay against Swansea, they'll have a home tie in the fourth round against Grimsby. And finally, if one of your New Year resolutions is to lose weight, join us for Meridian tonight at 6 o'clock. We're starting a week-long series of special reports about dieting and weight loss. And to kick off, we'll be meeting 3 people who've chosen some rather unusual ways to try to change their bodies. Well, even if you're not trying to lose weight, please join us for Meridian tonight at 6 o'clock because we'd like your company. But that's it from the newsroom at Meridian tonight. For now, we'll be back at 3:10. Please join us then. Bye-bye.
Good afternoon. Well, what a variety of weather we've had in the last 12 hours. We've had snow, sleet, freezing rain, mist and fog, all because the temperatures want to rise. In the next couple of days, they're looking to be rather on the mild side. On our satellite picture, though, you can see is a good deal of cloud right the way across the country, although a few breaks there to the west might bring us a little bit of afternoon sun. More cloud out in the west. That's going to pour rain over us later on tonight and for tomorrow morning. For the rest of today, then, it's a rather cloudy picture at the moment right the way through, but sunny spells will appear, I think, Hampshire westwards. Temperatures in the west up to 7, that's 45, a little bit cooler in the east. And then for this evening, the mist and the fog's coming back, particularly up on the higher ground. Temperatures in the Thames Valley could fall to about 39 degrees Fahrenheit by about midnight, but after that we're going to find rain spreading right the way across, and by dawn, temperatures up to 8, that's 46. That rain generally quite light. And then tomorrow morning is a rather dull picture right the way through the area. Outbreaks of rain around. There may even be 1 or 2 heavier outbreaks, but tending to dry out in the north and the west as we come into the earlier part of the afternoon. But by late afternoon, you can see a little bit of sunshine beginning to appear. The rest of us rather cloudy, but coming dry. Temperatures, though, tomorrow up to 11, that's 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, Wednesday, another very cloudy day, a mild day, temperatures 8, that's 46, with some rain coming through for the afternoon. But the winds generally light and coming from the southwest. Well, that's all from me for this afternoon. Take care.
Starting tomorrow, Meridian salutes the unsung heroes of the South, the men and women of the ambulance service.
Right, nice deep breath. Good. That's the cue.
As the staff at Portsmouth, Maine deal with up to 800 calls in a month, the cameras follow the daily drama of life at the busiest ambulance station in the south of England.
Put it to your face and just breathe it in. Okay then?
I think this is more of a way of life than an actual job. Every time you go out on the road, you are taking part in somebody's life.
Ambulance starts tomorrow at 7:30 on Meridian.
This superstore offers its customers permanently low prices, this week and every week. That's Asda price.
She slashed his suits. She trashed his shoes.
All I did was have a little fling.
With her sister, sir.
She parked his favourite plane in the TV. Then made herself some low-fat Ovaltine light. After which, she saw the lighter side of things, but he... well, he didn't.
Better put the kettle on, Constable.
New Cadbury's Timeout is a wafer snack with a difference. A layer of Cadbury's flake chocolate. Now, when you take a break, take a timeout. Forceps.
Forceps.
Retractor.
Retractor.
Spinning thing.
Spinny thing.
The president is now stable, Dr. Billy! Billy takes time out.
Come on, young man, time for breakfast.
Oh, hello, Mum. Didn't see you there.
Oh, you're getting so heavy.
Well, I can't think why. I haven't eaten for hours.
One more.
No, I'm full. Hi! Doesn't he realise I'll inherit that T-shirt one day? Another wash and it'll fade to girly pink. Gangway! Oh, no, look at that butter. It's ruined. You'll never get it out.
Don't worry, I'm using new Persil colour because it tackles the most stubborn stains, even butter.
Right then, Mr. New Persil colour. My mum says that no other powder dissolves greasy stains better. So let's see. It's clean, and it's still red.
New Persil colour washes out stains without bleaching out colour.
Maybe red doesn't suit me after all.
A very good afternoon. This is Meridian, and time now to journey to Summer Bay for Home and Away.